We're so happy to have Father Peter Donohue with us. He's the president of Villanova University and a good friend of Pope Leo XIV. We're still getting used to that. It must be for you. A scale of 1 to 10, the shock level when you found out not only is there an American Pope, but it's your friend Bob.
I was actually in a restaurant in Chicago having lunch with some friends.
And what did you think?
And they came on, and the TV in the restaurant came on saying there's white smoke. And I asked the manager to turn up the sound because we couldn't hear it. And when he walked out and said, you know, Roberto Francesco Cardinale, I screamed in this restaurant.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I mean, nobody really expected it. We talked about it, but nobody really was like, oh yeah, he's going to get it. He's the front runner.
Wow.
Tell us a little bit more about him, the man, and how he has stayed connected to Villanova as well.
Whenever he comes to the United States, he usually stops by the university. We gave him an honorary degree a couple years ago, which he was present for. But he's been very involved. He was on the Board of Trustees for a very short amount of time when he was the provincial in the Midwest province. So he's very simple. He's very gentle. He's not boastful at all. He's a very intelligent man, and he loves engaging with people. I think people will be very impressed with him.
That was a great picture there of the new Pope throwing up the V's. Yeah. He was with one of your professors last October with some students, and then now Pope had given Mass to them.
Yes,
and did that picture. What a moment that is.
Yeah.
Father, can you explain something to me? I'm not Catholic, but I know that in terms of significance, the fact that he's the first Augustinian to be elected a pontiff as well. Why is that so significant, and what might that mean in terms of the kind of Pope he'll be?
It's rare that a religious gets elected. Francis was a Jesuit, but most of the popes have been what we refer to as diocesan priests.
Okay.
You know, have risen up the ranks in a diocese. So for a religious to get elected, it's a little unusual because the focus is on community life, and the focus is really on how we live our lives. As an Augustinian, our emphasis is, our charism is building community. So I think it will be really important to him to bring that charism to what he does. He's been very engaged in the charism of building community, and so it will be an interesting ride, I'm sure.
People say he was close to Pope Francis. There's some reports that Pope Francis, you know, all but selected, said this should be, you know, kind of said this is my pick. Whether that's true or not, we don't know, but where do you think he'll fall in terms of how he leads? I mean, Francis didn't fit into any neat definitions.
I don't think he will either. I really don't. You know, when he was provincial of the Midwest province, and then he was the prior general. So for 12 years as prior general of the Augustinians, he traveled the world and was involved in a lot of different cultures and really engaged in those cultures, you know, uniquely as to what they are. So I think he'll be a person that's very global in how he looks at the world. But I think in many ways he's going to follow Francis in a lot of the thought. And Francis did elevate him.
Yes. Recently, right?
Yes,
a couple of years ago.
It was only 2 years that he's been cardinal.
Right.
But when he came to cardinal, he made him a cardinal bishop, which is the highest rank he could be.
Okay, Father, so maybe we can read between the tea leaves there.
I want to ask you something really quickly. We were joking about how excited Villanova fans have been. A buddy of mine sent me this meme. I'm sure you've seen lots of memes like this.
I have, with the Nova Knicks.
Yeah, take a look here. I think we've got the graphic. Yeah. So that's one of the many. Big week for Villanova.
Yes.
I don't know. Follow me on this thing. We're talking about the NBA Finals here because you've got Brunson, Bridges, and Hart. All went to Nova, all play for the New York Knicks. They're up 2-0 in this series over the Celtics, surprising a lot of folks. Right. Is this a divine sign, perhaps, Father, that this might be the year for the New York Knicks?
Who knows?
Okay. Father Donohue.
From the sublime to the NBA Finals. I like it.
Yes.
Father, you're here for it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
What a
you're
pleasure
welcome.
to have you right here.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Nice meeting all of you.
Congratulations.
Somewhere Spike Lee's praying the rosary right now. Guys, still ahead, the ACM Awards. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.